My name is Carl Binder, and I'm representing the Board of Directors of the Standard Celeration Society. And the Society is devoted to accelerating learning and performance in education as well as other fields. And I'm really happy to be here today to present an award to Dr. Norris Haring called the Standard Celeration Society Exceptional Contributions Award. And what I'd like to do is to read the statement from the Board of Directors about Dr. Haring's contributions. The Board of Directors of the Standard Celeration Society recognizes Dr. Norris G. Haring with its Exceptional Contributions Award in appreciation of his foundational contributions over the course of an entire career to precision teaching and to evidence-based instruction for special needs students. Dr. Haring's earliest contributions to the field included his arranging conditions for Dr. Ogden Lindsley, founder of precision teaching and standard acceleration charting, to move from his research position at Harvard Medical School to the University of Kansas in 1965. This transition provided Dr. Lindsley with an opportunity to apply in education the measurement technology refined in collaboration with Dr. B.F. Skinner at Harvard. It also offered an environment for Dr. Lindsley to develop the technologies and the methodologies and practice of precise behavior management, later known as precision teaching. Dr. Haring subsequently moved from Kansas to the University of Washington, where he co-founded the Experimental Education Unit in 1969 and successfully attracted grant funding to support ongoing research, development, and teacher training. He was instrumental in recruiting and bringing to the EEU important contributors to the field, including Harold Kunzelman, Tom Lovett, Owen White, and Kathleen Liberty. Dr. Haring's leadership in masterful grant acquisition provided an environment for continued research, teacher training, and publications. In addition to his scores of publications in the field of special education and his support and dissemination of innovative practices for special needs students, Dr. Haring and his wife Dorothy donated funds to create and provide an environment, or an endowment rather, for the Norris and Dorothy Haring Center for Research and Training in Inclusive Education. The Haring Center provides an integrated early childhood program dedicated to improving the lives of children with developmental disabilities and other special needs, as well as their families and those who work on their behalf. For these and other important contributions to the field of education, the Standard Celeration Society is pleased to acknowledge Dr. Haring's lifetime of achievement. And let me give you, Norris, this award. It says, the Standard Celeration Society, Accelerating Learning and Performance, Norris G. Haring, Exceptional Contributions Award. So here's your award, sir.
This is a great source of pride. I had no idea that the use of the rate would get spread out in education, because one of the things that we've been always worried with and trying to do better is getting a good measurement. And the best we've been able to do is the rate, the rate of behavior. And so I guess this is probably one of the most important days of my life.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I certainly feel it is. And I get really excited about the use of it when I see it in the classroom, because that's really where we need to focus. At any rate, I'm very pleased to have this, and this is a major source of accelerated activity that I have to give credit to those people that you've mentioned, because they've been there, right there, and they've been a tremendous source of creativity, creative thinking. Because I think what we're doing today is trying to strengthen the association of behavior and the importance of rate in its measure. So, this is delightful.
That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Thank you. I've known you for over 40 years, I just remembered, and it gives me a lot of pleasure to give you this award. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
So Dr. Haring, can I ask you a few questions about your career and your contributions?
I'd be delighted.
Okay, well, one of the things is you've been really instrumental in bringing great contributors to the field. And one of the questions is, how do you know when you're making choices that will advance the field? How do you know how did you know in your career sort of who to bring to the table, so to speak?
There's one thing about the measurement of rate, it's so accurate that people that like accuracy, and so many of us who've been involved in measuring behavior, are into that.
Okay.
And so it kind of smooths and goes with the flow, if you will, if you allow me to be that corny. But there is a flow of information we're getting as a result of the rate of behavior and measuring behavior that way. We get a real increase, a jump in accuracy. And I think that's probably one of the most important things that we can say. When we measure behavior, we're measuring it accurately.
So you looked for people who were committed to that in the same way that you're describing.
Exactly. They were very committed to, let's see if we can make a real big difference. And we had achievement tests to measure that difference, and it doesn't measure the difference at all.
Yeah.
The measure of rate and how rapidly it's occurring and repeatedly, it's a better source of measurement.
So I must say, I realized this morning I've known you for about 40 years, and when I first met you at the Experimental Education Unit, that's what was going on there. There was, Owen White and Kathleen Liberty and other colleagues that you had brought to the EEU who were really committed to measurement and making important advances. So that explains a lot. So why did you try to bring Og Lindsley into the field of education? Because that's not where he was at Harvard. He was doing other work.
Og can be everywhere. He's one of the most creative guys I've ever known, and he's always thinking about a better way to do things. And when he gave us the measure of rate, I think he really did make a big difference with the way we do business.
Fair enough. And you recognized that, I guess, when he was at Harvard.
Yes. Well, there was a lot of talk about Og, because when Og made an appearance, he really did a good appearance.
That's true.
And he brought a whole group, just two that you mentioned, which is Og. Og's always been working with someone like Harold Kunzelman. Just wrap things up.
Well, and if I recall, he brought Eric Houghton and Ann Duncan were his first two graduate students at Kansas, and they sort of came with him. They in fact came a little before him, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So what are you most proud of in your career? What do you feel best about when you look back on your career?
The best thing we've done is focus on behavior and focus on its measurement. And the most accurate is the movement cycle. And it's been developed developed and used by Og. He used rate. And so it's a natural.
Fair enough.
And it's made its movement and its gains in education.
That's true.
And education is the greatest place for the application of rate. Anyway, we're pleased with the things, and we want to keep it going.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I would say, one of the things is I think that in addition to your publications and your direct contributions, I think people who provide the kind of support you did for a long time are not often recognized by practitioners in the field. So I particularly appreciate our opportunity here because you're behind the scenes making a lot of things happen, and it's fantastic to be able to give you this award. So again, congratulations and thank you.
Yeah.